This is Daniel 6 and verse 5. Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. Kal halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Bakwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the brothers on down, teaching and preaching, pushing this word, this gospel, good news across the four corners of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect of Israel. Greetings to the few sisters that tune in to these video epistles. Seems the Spirit wants me to continue on this defiant theme. So we're calling this lesson the elect. Daniel, acts of defiance. I suppose this will be part 3. And what we're preparing for is that this wicked rulership, this extension of the Roman Empire, the Edomites, the so-called white man who is currently ruling the earth. He's making moves. His intentions are becoming increasingly clear as we're moving into the final part of his kingdom. It's coming to an end. It's going to be a violent end. So he doesn't want to quit. He's doing everything to extend his rulership. You know, worship me or else type threats. Those who can't see, we're getting to a point where the conclusion might soon need to be you're not supposed to see. So let's go back to Daniel 6. We know the story very well, but let's pick a few verses here and jump around. Let's jump to verse 13. So Daniel 6. Let's do 7 first and then jump to 13. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute. Sounds very much like Psalms 83. And to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of the king, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. They knew very well why they was asking for the king to make such a decree. So now let's jump to 13. Then answered they and said before the king that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. Let's jump to 16. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy power, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. What's his name? His name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. That's who we worship. That's who we serve. Let's jump to verse 22. My power hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocence he was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Verse 23. Then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in Yahweh. And the king commanded and said, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of the lions, their children and their wives, and the lions had the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces wherever they came, at the bottom of the den. So we see the result of this false accusation. Verse 27, he delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lion. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. So these false threats came to nothing. And what's all this about? Who cares about these acts of defiance? Why is it laid on my spirit these last few days? Well, the hopeful elect are readying up for prophecies to be fulfilled. And as these prophecies are being fulfilled, it means that we who are calling on this name, Yahweh Shai, are expecting to face these similar type of accusations, whether it's from friends or family or the unlawful decrees, which we'll probably read that in a moment. So let's go to Revelation. Revelations 2 and 10 and 3 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. That's a specific amount of days, and this is red letter, Yahushua speaking. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Revelations 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That's what we're looking for. All the FEMA camps and the threats and the gallows are prepared for those who defy this man and his God complex. He's put himself in the place of our power, changed up all of the images, changed the name. He's got a new doctrine, and he's beaten and killed, murdered, plundered everything in his path on his quest to be called a God. That's what he wants, and that's what he's pushing for. So let's read Revelation 3 and 10 again. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, this trial, the test which is to come, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? This threats of starvation and imprisonment. It's all gearing up. Chapter 10 of Isaiah, the first 2 verses. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. Who are his people? Currently being called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The great speckled bird. We are his people. People near unto him, who was given the laws, statutes, and commandments. Nobody else was given them. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Okay? And let's finish up. We want to possibly do another lesson, so let's finish up with this verse here, these few verses here in Psalms 94, starting at 17. It's another beautiful Psalms. Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth thy mercy, O Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, he held me up in the multitude of my thoughts within me. Thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? See, that's exactly what these people were doing at the time of Daniel. Presidents gather themselves together and framed mischief by law. Let's read that again. Shall the throne of iniquity, what does that mean? That's multiple sins. Have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Well, the answer is no. Verse 21, they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity. And we saw what happened with Daniel's accusers. And shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our God, Yahweh, our power, shall cut them off. See, just a short lesson here. We have encouragement, I suppose, regarding what is to come. This threat to our livelihood, to our very lives, is just around the corner. This man is openly pushing forward his agenda. In Revelation 13 and 16, with this subdermal device, that's the hour of temptation that is coming upon the whole earth. So I won't stretch the lesson beyond where it needs to be. You are listening to the elect Daniel, Acts of Defiance. Shalom until the next one.